Good win for us going into Christmas. We're excited. Obviously we hadn't played the type of basketball we would have liked to have played at this point. I think part of it's our schedule, and part of it's we just we need to play better. And but I think going into Christmas, we won 3 out of 4. I think our kids are playing better in spurts. If we can consistently play the way we're playing in spurts right now, I think we can be a pretty good team by the end of the year. So, a little bit sloppy there in the second half, but I think I'd like to look at some of the positive things we did early on in the game and how we executed offensively and shot the ball well in the first half, and kind of leave for Christmas break on a positive note, and not try to be so picky and analyze every single thing we did there in the second half. That I think we could have done maybe a little better. But we're excited about the win. We're excited to be 2-0 in the league right now, and going into Christmas, I think that's much better than being 1-1. So I asked him, I said, and a lot of people tell you they don't want Christmas presents, and I said, I'm not going to tell you that. I want to win for Christmas before you go home. That's going to make my Christmas a lot better. So we're excited about that.
You shot 62% from the floor in the first half, Bryan. Held them to 11 points. How big was that a key for you guys to get out to that big lead early in the game?
Well, they play a little different defensively than a lot of teams. They're very athletic, but not very big inside. So they play a little bit of a matchup zone and put some pressure on you up top. And I felt like, I'm sure they watched us on film, and Kamani's been playing such good basketball. I think early on they were packing it in, trying to keep the ball, keep us from getting the ball inside to Kamani, and that left some perimeter players wide open. And we have some good shooters. Krista Cox, Lindsay Martin are excellent shooters, and they got some good looks in the first half, and they knocked them down. And that opens everything up for us. And we talk about it. Every game's going to be different. When teams don't double team our bigs, I think we got to get the ball inside and finish around the basket. When they pack it in on our bigs, I think our guards have got to knock some shots down. And I was proud of our kids tonight for knocking those open shots down. I thought that made them come out and guard us a little bit more on the perimeter in the second half, and that opened some things up for Kamani. And Kamani was patient. I was proud of Kamani because coming off a 30-point performance, I think you can try to force some things and do the same thing again. I thought early on she didn't force a lot of shots. She was unselfish. Let the guards do what they did, and then the second half when they came out, she was able to get the ball in the post, and she played extremely well again.
Probably going to have some bruises tomorrow. I saw her. She took quite a few hacks today.
She's a tough kid. I think she can handle it.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about your defensive effort against Chandler. She's the number 1 scorer in the conference, 20 points a game. You guys held it to 2 the entire game, and including nothing in the second half.
Well, not to take anything away from my kids. I don't want to do that. I'm proud of the way they defend it, but I think she was a little bit under the weather. If you watch, they subbed her in and out quite a bit, which they don't normally do, and I feel like she might have been a little sick. And she's a tough kid, so she tried to battle through it and give them everything she could. And the big thing with her is she can do a little bit of everything. She can shoot the 3 and get to the basket, and we wanted to try to keep her from getting to the basket, and I thought early on we did that. Later in the game, she got to the basket and didn't finish as well as she normally does, but we'll see them in a couple of weeks, and I'm sure she'll play better.
Okay, so you guys got a holiday break coming up. When do you come back and play again?
We come back on the 27th, and we'll practice for 3 days, and then we're heading to Cleveland, Ohio, and playing John Carroll. It's one of the big things that I've always tried to do while we're here is find some of the better programs in the country to try to play over the holidays. And a few years ago we went to Texas and played Howard Payne and Hardin Simmons, and then John Carroll's a very good team in the Ohio conference, and so it just gives us a chance to see some teams that we don't normally see, and see how good you have to be to play at a high level, and I think that's where we belong. Even though our record's not there right now, I think we belong with those teams, and it's important for us to go play them and see where we need to get better.
Well, playing this strong schedule has got to help you as you start getting into the heart of your conference schedule.
I think so, and that's one thing I keep trying to tell my kids. Forget about the record at this point. Obviously, we don't want to be 4-6. But, what we're trying to do is prepare you for league play. And I think we went out and played great competition. We could have went out and probably tried to schedule some wins and won more games, but I don't know that would have made us better. So we played some really good competition. We would have liked to win a few of those, but we didn't. But I think going into league play, that's going to make us a better team. And, hopefully as the year progresses, that'll pay off for us.
Well, Bryan, thanks for being with us. Have a great Christmas with your family.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.